Most people don't think about retirement in their 40s. They think about it later, much later. And that's exactly the problem, because your 40s are not the middle of your financial life. They are the turning point, the decade where everything either starts coming together or slowly starts falling apart. And most people don't realize this until it's too late. Let's talk about two people. Both are 42 years old. Both earn around $75,000 a year. Both have families, mortgages, and normal lives. From the outside, they look identical, but one of them is quietly on track for a comfortable retirement, and the other one is heading toward a retirement full of stress and compromise. The difference isn't income. It isn't luck. It isn't even discipline. It's awareness. Specifically, what they understood about their 40s that most people don't. Your 20s are for learning. Your 30s are for building, but your 40s are for compounding. And compounding is where the real game is played. Here's what that means in simple terms. Money invested at 42 has roughly 20 to 25 years to grow before retirement. That's still enough time for serious wealth creation. But money not invested at 42 loses that entire window, and that window doesn't come back. This is the part most people underestimate. They think they can catch up later. They think their 50s will be the time to get serious. But the math doesn't support that. Let's look at a simple example. Someone invests $500 a month starting at 42, at a modest 7% annual return. By age 65, that becomes roughly $330,000. Now take someone who waits until 52 to start. Same $500 a month, same 7% return. By age 65, they have around $130,000. Same money, same effort, 10 years difference, a $200,000 gap. That's not a small number. That's the difference between retiring comfortably and working 5 extra years just to catch up. Let's talk about the mistakes, not because you've made them, but because awareness is the first step to changing direction. Mistake 1, treating income as the solution. Most people in their 40s think like this: I just need to earn more. Once I get that raise, I'll start saving seriously. A better job will fix everything. But income alone doesn't create stability, because lifestyle expands with income. A raise becomes a better car, a promotion becomes a bigger house, and the margin, the gap between income and expenses, stays exactly the same, or gets smaller. This is called lifestyle inflation, and it's the quietest wealth killer in your 40s. Mistake 2, prioritizing children's expenses over retirement savings. This one is hard to talk about, because it feels like the right thing to do. Private schools, college funds, activities, tutoring, travel experiences for the kids, all of it feels important. And it is important. But here's the uncomfortable truth. Your children have options. They can get scholarships. They can take student loans. They can work their way through college. You cannot take a loan for retirement. There is no scholarship for your 60s. So if you are consistently putting your children's lifestyle above your own financial foundation, you are borrowing from your future self. And future, you will feel that. Mistake 3, carrying too much fixed cost. Mortgage payments, car loans, subscriptions, debt payments. Many people in their 40s are locked into high fixed costs from decisions made in their 30s, and those fixed costs don't leave room for building. Every dollar committed to a fixed obligation is a dollar that cannot compound, and in your 40s, every dollar that cannot compound is an opportunity you will never get back. Now let's talk about what works, not theory, not motivation, real structural decisions that change outcomes. Decision 1, they calculate their retirement number early. Most people have no idea how much money they actually need to retire. They have a vague hope. $1 million would be nice. I'll figure it out later. But financially aware people in their 40s know their number. Here's a simple way to calculate it. Take your expected annual retirement expenses. Multiply by 25. That's your target. For example, if you expect to spend $50,000 a year in retirement, your target is $1,250,000. That number sounds large, but when you know it clearly, you can reverse engineer it. You can calculate exactly how much to save monthly to reach it, and you can measure your progress. Clarity creates action. Vagueness creates delay. Decision 2. They protect their margin aggressively. Margin is the gap between income and fixed expenses. Financially stable people in their 40s treat this gap like it's sacred. They don't let lifestyle fill it. They don't let upgrades consume it. They keep it wide, because that margin is what funds their future. Every time a fixed cost drops out of their life, they redirect that money immediately. Car paid off, that payment goes straight to investments. Kids' activity ends, that money goes to savings. They never give their lifestyle a chance to absorb it first. Decision 3. They simplify their financial structure. Complexity is expensive. Multiple credit cards with balances, various loans at different interest rates, investments scattered across random accounts, no clear picture of where money goes. Financially aware people simplify everything. 1 or 2 investment accounts, clear automatic transfers on payday, debt elimination as a priority, not a someday project. When money moves automatically to the right places, you don't need willpower. You don't need discipline every day. The system does the work. Let's get honest about the numbers, because this is the part most financial content skips. The average American retires at around 64. The average retirement savings at that age is roughly $200,000 to $250,000. That sounds like a lot. But let's run the math. $250,000 at a safe 4% withdrawal rate. That's $10,000 per year, or roughly $833 per month. That is not a comfortable retirement. That is survival, if Social Security supplements it. And Social Security alone averages around $1,700 per month in the U.S. Combined, that's roughly $2,500 per month. That covers basic expenses in a low-cost area. Nothing more. No travel, no flexibility, no ability to help your children if they need it, no buffer for medical expenses, which increase significantly after 70. Now compare that to someone who consistently saved and invested through their 40s. They reach 65 with $800,000. At 4% withdrawal, that's $32,000 a year, combined with Social Security, around $50,000 annually. That's a different life entirely. Same country, same retirement age, completely different experience. And the difference was largely built or lost in their 40s. Understanding the math is easy. Acting on it is harder. And the reason isn't laziness, it's psychology. The first reason is present bias. Your brain values today more than tomorrow. $500 invested today doesn't feel as good as $500 spent today. The future reward is too distant. The current sacrifice feels too real. So the brain delays. Always planning to start, never quite starting. The second reason is false comfort. Most people in their 40s feel like they still have time. I'm only 43. Retirement is 20 years away. I'll ramp up saving when the mortgage is paid. But this feeling of having time is exactly what creates the gap, because 20 years sounds long. But the compounding math doesn't care how it feels. It only responds to when you start. The third reason is financial overwhelm. Many people in their 40s feel behind, and feeling behind feels paralyzing. It's too late to make a real difference. I should have started in my 30s. What's the point now? This is the most dangerous thought pattern of all, because it leads to nothing changing. And nothing changing is the worst outcome. The truth is this: starting at 42 is dramatically better than starting at 52. Starting at 47 is dramatically better than starting at 57. Every year of delay is expensive, but every year of action is also powerful. The question is not, did I start too late? The question is, will I start today? Let's make this practical, not overwhelming, just clear and actionable. Step 1. Know your current number. Add up everything you have saved and invested right now. Retirement accounts, investment accounts, any savings specifically for retirement. Get a clear total. No guessing. Step 2. Calculate your gap. Take your retirement target number. Subtract what you currently have. That gap is what you are working to close. Now you have a real problem to solve, not a vague anxiety, a specific number. Step 3. Reduce one fixed cost this month. Not everything, just one. A subscription you forgot about, an insurance policy you can renegotiate, a service you no longer need. Redirect that money to investments immediately. Don't let it disappear into daily spending. Step 4. Automate one investment. Set up one automatic transfer, even $200 a month. On the day you get paid, before you see it, before you spend it, automation removes the decision, and removed decisions don't get postponed. Step 5. Revisit every 6 months. Not every day, not obsessively, just twice a year. Check your progress. Adjust contributions if income changed. Eliminate any new fixed costs that crept in. Keep the structure clean. Let's come back to our two people, both 42, both earning $75,000, both with normal lives and normal pressures. Person A keeps doing what they've been doing. Lifestyle absorbs every raise. Fixed costs stay high. Savings happen when there's something left, which is rarely. By 65, they have around $180,000 and a monthly retirement income of roughly $2,300 combined with Social Security. Tight, stressful, every expense a calculation. Person B makes 3 quiet changes at 42. They reduce one fixed cost. They automate $600 monthly to investments. They stop letting raises disappear into lifestyle. By 65, they have around $750,000. Monthly retirement income of roughly $4,800 combined with Social Security. Flexible, calm, able to help their children, able to travel occasionally, able to handle medical costs without panic. Same starting point, same income, completely different ending, built entirely in their 40s. Your 40s are not too late, but they are too important to ignore. This is the decade where the gap between two retirements gets created. Not in your 50s, not in your 60s, right now. The math doesn't require perfection. It doesn't require extreme sacrifice. It requires awareness and a structure that works quietly in the background while you live your normal life. The question isn't whether you can afford to start. The question is whether you can afford to wait. Because the clock isn't paused, and neither is the math. If this gave you a clearer picture of where you stand and what you can still do about it, consider subscribing.